Hey, what's up? I'm going to talk about a new mid-game, not new, but kind of new, mid-game Giants B12 team using the new Veromos and Akamamir, the Wind Ifrit. Their new buffs in the balance patch. So similarly to Sigmaris, Sigmaris is skill 3, which does damage proportionate to enemy max HP. The new Ifrit skill 2 on both the Dark and the Wind one do damage proportionate to enemy max HP. So you can actually build Veromos now more like a Sigmaris. You don't need to give an attack. Not that you needed to originally. But like this one, I've put speed, crit damage, HP on. I've got a little shield set here using all the excess HP to make my run a little bit safer. I've got a pretty high crit rate. Speed's not that high. Gave him some HP for that shield set, like I said. Also let him take some hits. Got pretty good crit damage just so that I can get more of that max HP damage. There's my turn order. I have Lauren going first, Hraesvelg going second, Lucian going third, Vero fourth, and Orang fifth. Justification for that. This is my defense and speed break, just for the mid boss and the giant. We have skill 3 from Hraesvelg, ideally going off on the trash waves, first and third. I mean, it's also useful on the second and fourth wave, but it's mostly used for the Lucian cleave. So he'll use his skill 3, which I've maxed. So hopefully he uses it. He has a pretty smart AI, so he usually uses it if he has it. Lucian ideally is going to use skill 3. I could use a little bit more attack on my Lucian. My Lucian's pretty fast. Yours doesn't need to be this fast. Same with the Lauren. She doesn't need to be that fast either. But my Lucian needs a little bit more attack. I could gem and grind this rune. Or no. I could grind this rune. This one I need to gem and grind flat attack on. This one needs the grinded attack percent. And then the fourth unit that would be going is Veromos. I want him going after Lucian because Lucian going before him on the first and third saves me a lot of time for Vero's animations. If the perfect skill 3 from Hraesvelg and Lucian goes and just cleaves the whole room. And then fifth, I have Orang going. So ideally, she's only really going to move on the second and fourth wave, and she's just going to be using her skill 3 if everything goes well. All the debuffs are landing, and similarly to Crow, she does more damage based on the number of harmful effects on the enemy. So yeah, you want to try and get her to 85. The reason you don't need to get her to 100 is on the mid boss and on the giant. They are both water element units, and if you have element advantage, you get 15% bonus crit rate. So if you get her to 85, she will crit 100% of the time on the mid and main boss. So work smarter, not harder. You don't need all that crit rate in subs. Try and get, if you don't have any levels in your speed totem, which hopefully you do, but if you don't, the mid boss speed is 170, so your slowest unit needs to be at least 170 speed in order to move before the mid boss takes a turn. Also, another way that I could improve the Lucian damage that I was saying that I was lacking, I could level up my Ancient Sword. I think that's what the Glory Building's called. I think it's like level 7, give it a little bit more. And my Wind Building is like level 3 or something. I mostly have spent my glory points on the crit damage building, which I've maxed. The speed is maxed. And I was also doing like some of the fire building for like BJR5 or something. So that's mostly where my points have gone, along with like Mysterious Plant, yada yada yada. You get the gist. But yeah. So real quick, I'll click through my runes. I got this guy on speed, crit damage, attack. He doesn't really need to be on speed. You could put him on attack and be fine. I just did it for the sake of my turn order, and I mean, like I said, when he gets a little bit more damage, he'll be completely fine for cleaving first and third, and he's not really the one that's supposed to be doing all your damage on the second and fourth wave. So yeah, I've got that stuff. I don't know if I clicked through 135, so I'll click through again. I've got these both on attack. These subs are not special at all. That's the case on like all 5 of these units. I'd have like white artifacts, like they are very bad artifacts, but you really only need artifacts, at least for the most part in my position, like as a mid-game player, I largely don't need specific artifacts. I really only need these main stats for a little steroid for my units. But ideally, if you can, get skill 3 crit damage on your Lucian. I think that's fairly obvious. You could also go for skill 3 crit damage on your Orang, and you would want skill 2 crit damage on Hraesvelg and Veromos, because those are important damage dealing skills. Hraesvelg, these are the stats. I've got him on speed, crit damage, attack. I've got him on despair focus. I just put him on despair because if my Lucian derps or something, it makes my run a little bit safer, so that he can try and stun the trash waves. So that, if they were to get a turn, I would have less of an issue. And it helps with the mid boss too. If I sit there for too long, he might stun the side golems. And I've got him on attack as well on either side. You could also put him, if you wanted him to do more damage, you could put him on, like Rage Blade or whatever. You would still want attack crit damage attack or speed crit damage attack. If you could put him on attack slot too, like if you had enough speed and subs, great, but like that's not attainable for me, probably not attainable for most in order to maintain the same turn order. So yeah, I've got my Orang on Fatal Blade. Ideally, I would put it on Rage, but I don't have enough Rage sets between this, my BGR5, and everything else to put any on Orang. But these runes are good enough. She's got the crit rate, like I mentioned. Her speed's good enough. Pretty sizable attack. Not as much crit damage as I would like, or accuracy, but it'll do. So these are the runes I've got on her. Just attack, crit damage, attack. These are both attack as well. My Lauren, way faster than you need it. All you really need is, honestly, anything as long as, like I said, it's above 170. The more turns you can get, the better on all of your units, really, but as long as you get the turn order and they're all faster than 170, you're probably fine. Yeah, get that accuracy up. Give her a little bit of HP and defense to take some hits, and that'll do. So I've got her on this. Some people swear by Vile Lauren. I really prefer Swift. I don't like her Vile procking into getting counterattacked. This, if you wanted to, you could make shield, just like I did on my Veromos, just to make it run a little bit safer. I've got these on HP. Anywhere where I'm saying HP, like I did have this on accuracy just to make that easier on myself, but on your slot 4 and slot 6, they can be HP or defense. It's just whatever is easier for you and like helping you get the most substats. And then my Veromos, I've got him slow, like I said, he's number 4. In the turn order, I've got him pretty high crit rate. If I could get him to 100, since he doesn't get an element advantage, that'd be nice, but it's not attainable for me right now. Pretty high crit damage, doesn't need any attack, like I said, and I've got a lot of HP on him for the shield runes, so these are HP as well. So I guess we will run a couple of these. I think that's everything I need to cover. So I think this team is okay. I don't know if it's good as an entry-level team for sure, because an early game player is not really going to be able to build like a super nice, this comp like Lucian, Orang, Hraesvelg. Unlikely that they're going to make it look super good and have access to rage runes, but Vero, a lot of players end up building him anyway because of the missions. So you'd already have one for when you need him. Sig, honestly, is probably a safer option just because of the HP percent leader skill for dungeons. But I don't know. Vero brings different things to the table. He cleanses that defense break and whatnot, and now he's got the max HP damage, which I like, and he can stun the trash waves just like my Despair Hraesvelg, but it all works out. This team averages probably like 110 ish. I haven't seen it fail yet, so that's pretty good. I like consistency. Obviously, it's not as fast as the Dots team, but I'm one of the players that have not had a Melia yet. This account is 200 days old. I think I've only been through like one choose any 4-star event, and I think I went with Lucian, but I might have chose something else. I don't remember, but there was definitely something more important to me at the time than Melia. But I would like to transition to that at some point. But this is fine by me. I mean, if I can get a team that's close to a minute or under, that's pretty solid. And I'm pretty sure once I get a little more damage on my Lucian, I'll probably clear trash waves faster, and then I can focus on fusing skill ups for Veromos, which I don't want to do. I haven't put any skill ups into the Vero. So once he has more skill ups on skill 2, probably be a little bit faster. But yeah, that's the team. You probably do all that right. You get about a minute average clear. So not too bad. We'll let this run finish just to show that I didn't get lucky. Just the one clear that I showed. I did actually pull this team off of someone in another channel. I don't remember what channel I was in. I was just some random one. I noticed them, but they were running the same team, and I was looking at their rune setups, and they claimed, and I saw their record, they claimed that they were running this team at like 38 seconds on average, and I did see that they had. I don't know if I believe that they were running 38 seconds on average because their record was 38 seconds, so it's unlikely that they were getting the same record. But this team getting 38 seconds, pretty good. I mean, they're running the exact same units, but I think they probably had this on Rage. They definitely had a Lucian that was able to cleave 1 through 3, and I think they had their Hraesvelg on Rage as well. So like things to shoot for, things to consider. This team can get fast, like it can get similar speed to the Melee team. I mean, it gets close. 38 seconds, pretty damn fast. But yeah, I think at some point I will probably try out the Wind Ifrit. I haven't got one from Guild Shop yet. I've only gotten the Omars, I think. But yeah, I'll probably get some pieces for one at some point and try it out in GB12. Who knows? But yeah, thanks for watching. Try it out if you want. But yeah, peace.